Hello students, welcome to our online teaching class of BPS Bolangi. Today we will discuss English class 8 supplementary book. It should have the first chapter, that is How the Camel Got His Horn. It is written by Rudyard Kipling. It is a fables-like story. There is a very fine descriptions about the history, how the camel have got a harm on their backs. There is a history regarding it. Very fine, very decent history regarding this. It may be fictional, but it can give us very great enthusiasm regarding the story. So let us start first. How the camel got his harm. The world had just begun and the animals were working for humans. There was one lazy animal that did nothing and said nothing but how. Even the clever Jean was at his wit's end. You know, the God first created the universe. The God first created the universe, and after creating the universe, the God created human beings and men. So he liked the man as the first creature, that is man created by the Almighty, the God. So the God loved man and always wants the man to live a happy, prosperous and luxurious life. So he had arranged everything for the happy living and luxurious and comfortable living and human beings. And there had been here also there was one lazy animals. So all the animals were also working for the all the animals were working. All the animals like the dog, camel, horse, okay, all the animals they were working. Yes, horse, ox, everyone they were working for the happy survival of human beings. Okay, and in order to supervise their activities, who was in charge of them? The gene. Gene was the gene was spirit. It is a spirit that has strange powers and can assume any form, human or animal. So gene was a spirit. It can change its form. Sometimes it can appear as an animal. Sometimes it can appear as a man. Sometimes it can appear as any other form also. Okay. Again, I am telling you. So this chapter, How the Camel Got Its Home, it is written by Rudyard Kipling. It is a very interesting story. It is just like fables. Fables, you know, regarding animals having a good moral. So here I would like to introduce first about the topic, that is, you know, the God first created the universe. After creating the universe, the God created the human beings, that is man. As man is the great creature or the first creature created by the human beings out of all the creatures. So the God wishes or wants the man to lead a very happy, peaceful, prosperous, luxurious, comfortable life. So the God had made a system also, and he had arranged all other animals who would provide service to the man, like dog, camel, horse, ox, under the supervision of the spirit that is in him. And under the supervision of spirit, that is jinn. So let us, what happened, whether all other animals were working for the good of the male or they were cheating. Let's see. So there was one like in the beginning when the world was new and the animals were just beginning to work for men, there was a camel and he lived in the middle of a howling desert. Howling desert, you know, howling desert here. Howling desert. Howling desert means a desert where you, a desert where you can hear howling sounds or howling noises created by different animals and one. Animals or one. Okay, so this is about the howling desert. Okay, so in the beginning, in the beginning, when the world was new and the animals were just beginning to work for men, there was a camel and he lived in the middle of howling desert. So in the beginning, all the animals, they were working for the good of the human beings. But there was an animal that was camel. The camel was living in the howling desert because he did not want to work. He was very clever. He did not like to work. He did not like to provide service for others. He was very selfish in nature. He ate sticks and thorns and prickles also. Prickles, you know, thorns, like prickles with thorns. Prickles means thorns. Okay? So as he was living in the howling desert, the camel was eating sticks, thorns and prickles. And when anybody spoke to him, he said home, just home and no one, no more. Whenever he was asked by other animals to do his job, to perform his responsibility, to perform his duty towards the men or for men, he was not telling anything, just only except only harm. He was creating a sound, he was creating, just making a sound that it harms. That means he denied. He refused to do any work for the human beings. Presently the horse came to him on Monday. On the Monday morning with a saddle on his back and said, Camel, O camel, come out and trot like the rest of us. Trot. You know, trot means to come out, to come up. Trot means to running on two legs, that is to come up. Yes, to come ahead. This is known as trot. Okay, so presently the horse came to him in such a situation when the camel did not did not do any work for human beings. So all other animals became jealous. Especially at first the complaint made by the horse. The horse came to him on Monday morning and with a saddle on his back also, and told him and asked him and requested him to come out like other animals and to do his assigned responsibility, assigned work for the man. Hump, said the camel, and the horse went away and told the man. But the camel, listening the words of the horse, did not tell anything, only told Hump and nothing else. Presently, at first came the horse. At first came the horse to settle the matter, to set the matter to solve the problem. Secondly came the dog. Presently the dog came to him with a stick in its mouth and said, Camel, O camel, come and fetch and carry like the rest of us. Said the camel, and the dog went away and told the man. So like this, when listening such type of remarks from the horse, from the camel, the horse also went back and reported everything to the man. Secondly, the dog came with a stick on his that dog came with a stick in his mouth and made the camel and requested him or reminded him of his responsibility towards the man. He also requested to the camel to perform his agile responsibility for the man, but the camel did not respond it and just told only harm and nothing else. Accordingly, so dog also came back to the man and reported everything about the ideology, about the activities of the camel before the man. Then what happened? Thereafter, presently the ox came to him with the yoke on his neck and said, Camel, O camel, and come and plow like the rest of us. Said the camel, and the ox went away and told the man. Thereafter, thirdly, then come the ox also and made the camel exactly like other two animals, like the horse and the dog, but it did not get any positive response from the camel. He also got depressed and went back to the man and reported everything to the man regarding the camel's attitudes and also the sound of humps. In such situation, at the end of the day, said the camel, at the end of the day, the man called the horse and the dog. At the end of the day, the man called the horse and the dog, and the ox together said, Three, O three, I am very sorry for you. So here three. What does it mean three here? What does it mean here? Three. O three has been mentioned as capital. Here three refers to all these three animals: the horse, dog, and ox. Okay. So at the end of the day, after getting all the information reported by all these three animals, those are horse, dog, and ox, the man called the three animals and told them that he was extremely sorry for them. He was extremely sorry for them. Why? But that home thing in the desert can't work. He would have been here by now, so I am going to leave him alone, and you must work double time to make up for him. But in such situations, what did after calling all these three animals to his presence, the man told them assured the three men that he would go to the harm thing, that is the camel who was living in the howling desert, who was unable to, who was not interested to work, and he would have been here by now, so I am going to leave him alone. And he assured all these three animals that the man would go and ask the camel regarding the matter himself. And you must work double time to make up for it. But he also at the same time, the man also told all these three animals to work double in order to adjust, in order to make up the work of the camel. So listening, what happened there, that made the three very angry, and they held a panchayat on the edge of the desert, and the camel came chewing cord and laughed at them. Then he said home and went away again. So this matter, this assurance, this advice, this order of the man was with three animals regarding the adjustment of work, regarding the double work performed in order to at the absence of the camel, made the three animals depressed. So automatically these three animals got depressed, and so they had somebody in the corner of in the corner of the desert, and they made, that means they held a panchayat, they held a meeting on the edge of the desert, and they were discussing about their depressing uh, motives, about their depressing matter. And just at that time, the camel came, eating a corn of food, laughed at them, and just at the when the three animals were sitting together and planning and thinking about the matter, just at that time the camel passed through it and laughed at them. Thus, then he said, "Hump," and went away. But still, see there, the camel did not say anything to them. Just he told humps and left the place, and that which went away. Presently there came along the jinn who was in charge of all deserts, rolling in a cloud of dust. I have told you, jinn is in charge of the supervising all the activities of the animals, whether they were performing their duties for the good of the man or not. And you have also known that, I have also told you that jinn can be emerged, can be appear in any form, that may be either in an animal or in the form of a human beings also. So presently there came along the jinn who was in charge of all the, jinn was in charge of the howling deserts, rolling in a cloud of dust. He came rolling in a cloud of dust. Jinn of all deserts, said the horse, is it right for anyone to be idle? Thereafter, horse, with a lot of reverence, asked the jinn whether the activities of the camel was justified or not, or whether it was a matter of ideal or not. Certainly not. Is it right for anyone to be idle? So again asked when horse asked the jinn whether it was good to be idle on the part of a person or not. Then the jinn replied that to be idle is not good. Well, said the horse, there is a thing in the middle of your desert with a long neck and a long neck and a long legs, and he has not done a stroke of work since Monday morning. He won't trot. So at first he indirectly told the matter of camel. Thereafter, horse told the jinn directly that that is the long neck and the animal having long leg and a long leg, having long neck and a long leg, was not performing any activity for the last 3 days. That is, from the since Monday morning, he won't drop. He has not done a bit of work also since the Monday morning. Okay, and he will not come forward. He will not go ahead to perform, or he is not at all interested to work. You said the jinn, whistling, that is my camel. What does he say about it? He says hump, and he won't flow. Said the ox. Very good, said the jinn. I will hump him if you will kindly wait a minute. So then, listening all these things, jinn could understand very well that animal was camel and nothing else. Okay. Then again, all other animals were reported the same thing regarding the allegiance of camel to the jinn. The jinn, who was in charge of the howling desert, assured the 3 animals that he would make a hump on the back of the camel. Okay. Thereafter, there is another thing, comprehension check. You will do very easy comprehensions are there. What tax do you think? Whether agent to the dog and the ox, everything. In the second part, the jinn rolled in this way. The jinn rolled himself up in his dog's cloak. The jinn rolled himself up in his dust cloak. Dust cloak means here covered of dust. The dust cloak. Dust cloak. Dust cloak means covered of dust. Okay. So here the jinn rolled himself up in his dust cloak and took a walk across the desert and found the camel looking at his own reflection in a pool of water, giving such and such type of assurances to all the three animals. The jinn also went out in search of the camel in the howling desert, and the jinn saw the camel at a place where he was looking at his own reflection in a pool of water. Okay, at that time he saw the jinn saw the camel looking at his own reflection in a pool of water. Okay, my friend, said the jinn, what is this? I hear of your doing no work. Then jinn asked the camel that why he was not performing his work. The jinn sat down. I hear of your doing no work. The jinn sat down with his chin in his hand. With his chin in his hand, the jinn sat down with his chin in his hand while the camel looked at his own reflection in the pool of water. That means when the camel was looking at his own reflection in a pool of water, just at that time the jinn sat down, keeping his hands on his keeping with his chin in his hand, keeping his hand below his chin. While the camel, and you have given the three extra work. You have given the three extra work ever since more. You have given the three extra work ever since Monday morning, all on account of your idleness, said the jinn, and he went on thinking with his chin in his hand. And he the jinn also reminded the camel, told the camel that he had not done his assigned activity since Monday morning. So he had provided extra work to other animals like ox, the dog, horse, and ox who had performed his activities. Okay, so telling like this, the jinn was thinking about the matter, what sorts of punishment he would give to the camel regarding his for his idleness. Okay. So here in thinking with his chin in his head, thereafter hump, said the camel. Still, how the camel did not care for the jinn also, and told the hump, I should not say that again. I should not say that again. If I were you, said the jinn, you might say it wants to upon. I want you to work. I should not say that again. If I were you, said the jinn, you might say it wants to upon. I want you to work. I want you to work. So listening such type of sound of hump, the jinn himself here, when the camel did not care for even the jinn also, the jinn got angry to some extent, and he reminded him that if he were in his position, he would not say that sound, the hump, for the second time. Okay, I want you to work, and so what the jinn wanted the camel to work at any cost for the good of the human beings. And the camel said, hump, again, but no sooner, again, and the camel said, hump, again, but no sooner had he said it than he saw his back that he was proud of, puffing up, that means expanding up, puffing up. Puffing up means expanding out. So when the camel again said humps without any thinking about the matter, That is your very own hum. Again, no sooner had he said it, then he saw his back. When the camel uttered this sound again, then suddenly, but no sooner, very quickly, that means he had he said it, then he saw his back. Matlab, he saw his back. He saw his back, that he was so proud of, popping up into a great big hum. So as soon as no sooner had he completed or telling hums again, suddenly he saw his back popping up a huge hump on his back. That is your. So do you agree? Do you see that? Said the jinn. Do you see that? Said the jinn. That is your very own hump that you have brought upon your very own self by not working. Okay, then jinn also reminded the camel that as he was always telling humps and humps, so that humps had automatically come and placed on the back of his and placed on his back. Okay, and that you have brought upon your very own self by not working, as he had neglected his duties. So this has been, so automatically hump has been placed on his back. Today is Thursday, and you have done no work since Monday. When the work began, now you are going to work. And the jinn also again reminded him that that day was Thursday, and it was the last 3 days. That is, since Monday morning he had not done anything. So all his strength, everything has been stored in it. Now you are going to work. How can I, said the camel. And he also, now you are going to work. How can I, said the camel, with this hump on my back that has a purpose, said the jinn. So how can, then when the jinn told the camel that then he could be able to work since then, as he has neglected for the last 3 days, that is since Monday morning, and it was the Thursday, he was going to start the work. Then camel also complained that how could it be possible? Then the jinn made him clear that with this hump on my back. Then camel complained before the jinn that as a raised person, that is the hump has been placed on his back. So how can he be able to perform his work? Then the jinn made him clear that hump has a purpose in it. All because you missed those 3 days, you will be able to work now. All because you missed those 3 days, you will be able to work now for 3 days without eating, because you can live on your hump. And don't you ever say, I never did anything for you. Come out of the desert and go to the tree and be here. And the jinn made him clear that as he had not worked for the last 3 days, all his energy, all his strength has been stored in that hump. And without eating anything, without any drink or food for the last for 3 days, he can be able to work somewhere. And jinn also advised him to go back to his friends, that is ox, other animals, friends animals, dog, horse and ox, and behave with them properly and start his work. And the camel went away to join the three, and from that day to this, the camel always wears a hump. And the camel went away in order to join with other animals and to start their work. And since then, or from that day to this, today also the camel always wears a hump on his back. We call it a hump now, not to hurt his feelings. Now we are also calling it as a hump in order not to hurt his emotion or hurt his feelings. But he has never yet caught up with the 3 days. But he has never yet caught up with the 3 days that he missed at the beginning of the work. And he has never yet learned how to behave. मतलब he performed, he behaved like this. He had never learned how to behave with others, and he had not. It was not known to him about the value of the work also. So when he has never yet caught up with the 3 days, he has never yet caught up with the 3 days that he missed at the beginning, as he has missed at the beginning of the world to work for the 3 days. Also, all sorts of and all the energy and strength have been have been stored in the humps of the camel, by which he has been able to work for the 3 days without any food or drink. Okay, so in this way, the camel got his home. This is a fine story. This is a fiction. However, it may not be true, but this story must be amusing to us. Thank you. So you will do the exercises, comprehension, and everything. If you have any problems, we will again discuss also. Thank you all. Next, we will discuss others from the honeydew approach, the second chapter, tsunami perhaps.